You know that feeling. The tightness in your chest before you speak. The hesitation before you post something. The invisible eyes that seem to follow your every move, even when no one's around. It's as if the whole world is a mirror, waiting to reflect your flaws back to you. So you smile, you adjust, you try to fit in. You soften your edges, hide your opinions, quiet your fire. And deep down, the thought echoes, what would they think if they saw the real me? But here's a truth your soul has never forgotten. Even if you have, no one's gaze weighs heavier than the one you carry inside. No one judges you as fiercely as the voice you've built within yourself. And tonight, we'll learn how to set that weight down. How to stop performing for approval. How to come home to the quiet, sacred freedom of simply being. Welcome, dear soul. You've just arrived at a space where spirituality meets real life, where we take the raw, unfiltered human experience and transform it into growth, awareness, and light. If you're here, it means you're brave enough to face what's happening inside you. That courage to listen instead of hide is the very beginning of healing. Here, we don't talk about perfection. We talk about presence. We don't talk about escaping reality. We talk about embracing it with compassion and awareness. Because true spirituality isn't about floating above your pain, it's about holding it gently until it softens. So take a deep breath with me. Inhale through your nose, hold it for a moment, and exhale slowly through your mouth. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. You are safe. You are seen. And you are exactly where you need to be. Before we continue, a gentle reminder, what I share here is not medical advice. It's spiritual guidance, reflections meant to help you reconnect with your inner peace, not to replace professional care. If you're struggling deeply, please reach out for help. Healing works best when the soul, mind, and body are all supported. From a spiritual lens, the fear of judgment isn't really about others. It's about disconnection, the slow drifting away from your own essence. When your energy leaves the heart and settles in the mind, you begin to see yourself through imaginary eyes. You start editing yourself to fit stories that don't belong to you. And somewhere along the way, you forget your worth is not up for negotiation. It doesn't depend on how many people understand or accept you. It just is. Every soul you meet is a mirror, reflecting not your flaws, but the parts of you still waiting to be loved. The external critic only echoes the internal one. And that inner critic? It was built from old voices, teachers, parents, friends, a society that told you belonging was safety and difference was danger. Your nervous system remembers what your ancestors lived through, that standing out once meant risk, that being seen once meant pain. But awakening is remembering this. You are safe now. You are safe to be seen. Your spirit did not come here to impress. It came here to express. When you return to the truth of your own light, the opinions of others dissolve like shadows at sunrise. You can feel it in the smallest things. The way you talk, the way you dress, the way you walk into a room. You analyze every word before it leaves your lips. You replay conversations in your head late at night, searching for mistakes that never existed. You shrink when others shine. You feel guilty when you do. Even joy feels fragile, as if one wrong move might turn it into shame. You tell yourself, I shouldn't care what people think. But of course you care. Because what you're really seeking isn't approval, it's love. And there's nothing wrong with that. You've simply been taught to confuse love with acceptance. To believe that being loved means being pleasing. But the real pain doesn't come from being judged. It comes from abandoning yourself to avoid it. That quiet, hollow ache inside you, it isn't from their opinions. It's from the moment you stopped standing with yourself. So let's come home. Take a deep breath in, hold it softly, and exhale through your mouth. With every breath, imagine peeling off the layers you've worn to be accepted. The masks, the roles, the expectations. Feel your shoulders drop. Feel your body soften. Let the air remind you that life still flows through you freely, without effort. Now close your eyes. Picture yourself standing in an open field at dawn. The sky is pale. The air is cool. The world is silent. No audience. No judgment. Just you. As the first light of morning begins to rise, it touches your face, warm, gentle, forgiving. This light doesn't demand anything of you. It doesn't ask you to perform. It only says, you belong here. You are part of this moment. You are enough. Let that light sink into your chest. Let it fill the places where fear once lived. Breathe it in until you remember, you were never broken. You were just protecting your light. Later tonight, take a few quiet minutes for yourself. Grab a notebook or open a blank page on your phone and write without censoring, without judgment. Ask yourself, what part of me am I still hiding? Who am I when no one's watching? What would happen if I stopped pretending? Don't try to be profound. Don't try to sound wise. Just let the words come. Then read them out loud, not to an audience, but to yourself. Because sometimes, hearing your own voice speaking your truth is the first act of self-acceptance. That voice you've been silencing all this time, that's your compass. That's the sound of your soul coming home. Now, let's replace the old stories with new ones. Repeat them softly, or just let them echo inside you. I release the need to be understood by everyone. My truth is worthy of expression. I am safe to be seen. My worth is not up for debate. I no longer hide in order to be loved. I choose to express from love, not from fear. Healing from the fear of judgment doesn't mean becoming fearless. It means becoming free enough to act even when fear whispers. It's not about silencing the voice of doubt, but about loving yourself so deeply that its words lose their power. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the presence of self-compassion. And when you meet yourself with compassion, everything begins to shift. If this message touched something inside you, pause here. Place your hand over your heart. Feel your heartbeat, steady, constant, alive. And say, quietly, I am safe to be seen. I am enough to be me. That's where freedom begins. Not when the world finally accepts you, but when you no longer need it to. This is the moment you stop performing for love and start expressing from it. When you stop chasing validation and start radiating truth. Every time you choose authenticity, you make the world a little lighter. Every time you show up as yourself, you give silent permission for others to do the same. When one of us awakens, we all rise a little higher. So take another deep breath. Let it ground you in the present. Feel your body. Feel your heart. Remember the space where you are already whole. From this place, life feels different. Conversations soften. Silence feels safe again. You no longer seek to impress, you seek to connect. You no longer live through others' eyes, you return to your own. And as you walk through the world, you'll begin to notice something extraordinary. The moment you stop hiding, the world stops judging. Because it was never about them. It was always about you and your relationship with your own light. So tonight, let yourself shine. Not for applause, not for acceptance, but simply because you were never meant to live in the dark. If this message resonated with you, stay connected. Subscribe, turn on the bell, like, and comment below. Share what part of this message spoke to your soul. And share it with someone who's still afraid to shine. Because the moment one of us chooses authenticity, the whole world breathes a little easier. Together, we walk this path one breath, one truth, one awakening at a time.